Good afternoon. It's Chris Robinson, Robinson Marketing, with today's post-close comments for the last day of April. Well, pretty good way to finish April if you were along the stock market. The S&P 500 hit 72.53, new all-time high. The Dow Jones hit 49,934 before settling at 49.8, up 823 points. NASDAQ up 270, flirting with 28,000. Traded as high as 27,622. Just incredible there if you're long on that market. In the grain markets, it was close but no cigar. We couldn't get the $5 print in December corn. We'll see now that the month's over. Tomorrow is the first day tomorrow's Friday, which is important, but it's also the first day of a new month. We'll see if the funds continue to defend their long position in the grains. New crop beans settled up 1 3/4 cent. Pretty impressive. Looked like they were going to try and pound on it after we made a new high last night of 11.78. If you're playing the what's the old high game, it's 11.83 and a half, then $12, then 12.41. So it's a little early to make your Christmas list. It's only April, but if you're a bull, those are the numbers that you're asking Santa for. We finally had a red day in the wheat after just completely ripping higher here. 90 cents in the past 2 or 3 weeks. We did give back as much as 38% of that rally in the Chicago contract. KC gave back 25% before recovering a little bit. So a correction after just an explosive high. Minneapolis, though, remained above $7. Minneapolis July hit $7.15, did finish down 9, but still finished the day up $7. So a lot of round numbers out there. You've got wheat trading around $7. You've got new crop corn trading around $5. You've got new crop beans trying with all its might to get up to a point where possibly we get a $12 print. So a good way to end April. It gave us a chance to catch up on cash sales if you hadn't done anything yet. It also gave us a chance to move up our floors. We started out the year really just wanting to defend 440. Now most of us have a chance to defend, I'd say at least 475 is a good place to be right now as we head into the growing season. We will find out on Monday the planting progress. There's been some noise about some areas of Iowa not being able to plant because it's too wet, but in general, the market doesn't care about what's happening in one state, even if it is Iowa. It's more concerned about where we are historically, and we're well ahead of the average planting time for both corn and beans for this time of the year. Well ahead. Just blazing planting progress. In the protein complex, lean hogs, April hogs went off the chart at a new high. Don't want to be in delivery on a month like that when cash is short. And we always find out, was cash and our futures and cash going to converge? Well, yeah, they did today. April fats traded as high as 258.72, settled at 258.40. In June, we did back off of 255, finished the day at 254 even. Now it's going to see, June had a bunch of resistance there at 252, right? A lot of people were trying to call it the triple top. Right now, hopefully it's going to hold as a bottom. But if you go back till April 14th, 15th, and 16th, that was the top. So if you're long cattle, this is what you want to see. May feeders finished the day up a little over $1, 372.65, but a weird trading range. You would have thought that with fat cattle spiking, it would have dragged feeders even higher. $1 is still a good recovery. If you look at August, it finished the day up $1 at 373.5. August feeders are again right up against where we were in October. October we traded 357.15. Then our contract high and was 378 back on April 14th. So are we going to go test that again? Yeah. If we can settle above 380. People are going to start talking about $4 feeders. And in the lean hogs, the deferred months were lower. Hogs, one of these days, we can talk about more. If you're not getting my letter, take a look at sign it up, taking a look at it. I break down all these charts. The interesting thing about deferred hogs is they've been drifting lower since making their contract high in March 10th. So we've had lower highs and lower lows since then. Now it's trying really, really hard to turn around here if you look at August. But I think that if we were in a situation where August hogs were to have support fail at 104, that would open up some more pressure there to hogs. So if you're not familiar with me, I'm Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing. I do a lot of technical analysis. I cover all the fundamentals, but I really focus on the one thing that people can't argue about. It's the price. Argue all day long about yields, about demand, about what you think is going to happen. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the price that we have discovered here with the various exchanges. So all in all, a great way to finish April. Let's see if May can keep things going. We started out 2026 in dismal shape. We were worried about sub $4 corn and sub $10 beans. So to be where we are, and for goodness sakes, we had wheat at 5-year lows down at 530. So to be sitting with wheat at 630, and if you look at Kansas City hitting a 3-year high, right? A 3-year high yesterday in Kansas City wheat, and it's funny, if I had told you that back in December or January, I think you would have put me in a straitjacket. So markets are always changing. Again, a good way to end April. Let's hope that May keeps going. But remember the old axiom, hope is not a marketing plan. Do some risk management. This is Chris. Have a good day.